Dear students, next topic in genetics is sex determination. One of the most conspicuous and interesting hereditary differences among the individuals of the same species is sex. One of the most conspicuous and interesting hereditary differences among the individuals of the same species is the sex. Now the question is, how sex is determined? How sex is established? In diploid organisms, where sexes are separate, where males and females are found, a particular chromosome or a pair of chromosomes determine the sex of the individual. In diploid organisms, where sexes are separate, where males and females are different, the sex is determined by a particular chromosome or a pair of chromosomes. Now, such chromosomes are called sex chromosomes. Now, these sex chromosomes are also called allosomes. Now, the other chromosomes present in the diploid chromosomal configuration are called autosomes. Hence, in a diploid chromosomal number, among the individuals where sexes are separate, we have two types of chromosomes. One type of chromosomes are called allosomes, and allosomes may be single or a pair responsible for determination of the sex. And other chromosomes, along with the allosomes present in the diploid chromosomal complement, they are called allosomes. Now, autosomes. The allosomes are different in males and females, whereas autosomes remain same in both the sexes. Now, coming back, how sex is determined or how sex is established? Now, the initial clue for determination of sex can be traced back to some experiments carried out in insects. Initial clue about the mechanism of sex determination can be traced back to some experiments carried out in insects. In fact, the cytological observations made in a number of insects led to the development of a concept. Now, a concept has been developed. Now, this concept is called genetic or chromosomal or genetic basis of sex determination. In fact, the cytological observations made in a number of insects led to the development of a concept, and this concept is called genetic or chromosomal basis of sex determination. A scientist by name Henking, in 1891, a scientist by name Henking in 1891 could trace a specific nuclear structure all through the process of spermatogenesis in a few insects, and he could also observe that this specific nuclear structure, it will be received by 50% of the sperms at the end of the spermatogenesis, and the remaining 50% of the sperms did not receive. Now, a scientist by name Henking in 1891 could trace a specific nuclear structure all through the process of spermatogenesis in few insects, and he could also observe that 50% of the sperms received this specific nuclear structure at the end of the spermatogenesis, whereas the remaining 50% of the sperms did not receive. And he called this specific nuclear structure as X-body. So this is the name that has been given by Henking to the specific nuclear structure he observed all through the process of spermatogenesis in few insects, and 50% of the sperms received this nuclear structure at the end of the spermatogenesis, and the rest of the 50% of the sperms did not receive. And he named this specific nuclear structure as X-body because he was not having any details about that, hence he said X-body. But he did not explain the significance of the X-body. Later, other scientists have found that the X-body of Henking was actually a chromosome. This is the X-body that has been named by Henking to the specific nuclear structure during spermatogenesis. This X-body, it has been discovered later by other scientists that this X-body is actually a chromosome, and hence this is named as X chromosome, this is the X body is actually the X chromosome. Now, Stevens in 1902, he discovered another body named as Y body. So X body was discovered by Henking, and later Stevens discovered another body in 1902 named Y body. Now in the year 1905, Wilson and Stevens put forth a theory called chromosome theory of sex determination. Chromosome theory of sex determination. Now, this was the theory proposed by Wilson and Stevens in 1905, and this theory put forth by these two persons is called chromosome theory of sex determination. And they also said X and Y bodies, X and Y bodies as sex chromosomes. They are the sex chromosomes. Sex chromosomes, that is X chromosome and Y chromosome. Now this theory, chromosome theory of sex determination, explains how sex is determined, how sex is established. Now, according to this theory, chromosome theory of sex determination, that is, sex is determined, sex is established on the basis of sex chromosomes. And this chromosome theory of sex determination has the following sex determining mechanisms. Following are different sex determining mechanisms which determine sex, which establish sex. And this mechanism of determination of sex, it is based on sex chromosomes. Now, one mechanism here, this is XO type. So, one sex determining mechanism is XO type. Now, in certain insects, such as grasshoppers and cockroaches and in roundworms XX makes the offspring to become female. XX, 2X chromosomes makes the offspring to become female, and XO, O means absence of another sex chromosome, only one sex chromosome, only one X chromosome makes the offspring to become male. So here in this mechanism, XX is female and XO is male. In other words, see, even number of chromosomes, even number of diploid chromosomes makes the individual female, and odd number of chromosomes, odd number of diploid chromosomes makes the individual male. For example, in some grasshoppers, females have 24 chromosomes. Females have 24 chromosomes and males have 23 chromosomes. So females carry even number of chromosomes, 24 chromosomes. So this is the diploid chromosome number in the case of females, while males have one chromosome less, because here the male has only one X chromosome without another member that forms a pair. So that is odd number of chromosomes, 23 chromosomes. So females have 24 chromosomes. Now in this 24, 22 are autosomes and 2 are X chromosomes, sex chromosomes. So the total number is 24. Now the males have 23 chromosomes. Out of this, 22 are autosomes and only one X chromosome is present here, and the other sex chromosome along with this is missing, absent. Hence only one sex chromosome, and the diploid chromosome number here becomes odd. So that is 23. So grasshoppers, they come under this type, XX and XO type. Now in this XX and XO type, females having 2X chromosomes, and always the females hence produce uniform type of gametes. So here the females produce uniform female gametes, that is eggs or the ova. So here females, they have even number of chromosomes, 2X chromosomes, and one X chromosome will move into one half of the gametes and the other X chromosome will move into the another half of the gametes, that is eggs. All the eggs produced by the females here, they are uniform, and hence here the females are called females are called homogametic. Why females are called homogametic? Because here the females produce all types of gametes, all types of eggs, which are same, which are all uniform, with one X chromosome each. And hence here, female is homogametic, whereas male, so here the male, which has only one X chromosome and without the other sex chromosome, hence half of the gametes of the male, that is half of the sperms will carry X chromosome, and the remaining half of the gametes, half of the sperms, they do not have any sex chromosome, they have only the autosomes. And hence here, the males will produce dissimilar gametes, dissimilar sperms. Half of the sperms will carry sex chromosome and half of the population of the sperms is without any sex chromosome. And hence the male will produce two different types of gametes. And hence here, in this mechanism, in these animals, males are heterogametic. So here, females are homogametic and males are heterogametic. Now just we shall illustrate this homogametic and heterogametic with regard to this grasshopper. Now here the female, it has 24 chromosomes. Out of this, 22 are autosomes and 2 X chromosomes. And this female produces all types of gametes or eggs, and the eggs will have half of this. 22 means 11 autosomes and 1 X chromosome. So this is the chromosomal number of eggs. Whereas the male, so here the male has 23 chromosomes, and this male 23 chromosomes, and in this 23 chromosomes 22 are autosomes and 1 X chromosome and another without that, XO. And this will produce these sperms. Now here the sperms produced by this male, the sperms produced by the male, they are of two different types. Half of these sperms will have the X chromosome, and the other half of these sperms will have only the autosome without the sex chromosome. So as a result here, when this egg is fertilized by this type of sperm, then the offspring will get 22 autosomes, 11 plus 11, 22 plus 2 X chromosomes. As a result here, this individual, this zygote will become female. Now when the same egg is fertilized by this type of sperm, where there is no sex chromosome, 22 autosomes and 1 X chromosome and without the other, so here the chromosome number will be 23. That is odd number of chromosomes. Now the sex will be male. So this is how sex is determined here on the basis of the sex chromosomes. Namely, XX will make the individual to become female, and XO makes the individual to become male. Now this is one sex determining mechanism that is found in certain insects such as grasshoppers and cockroaches, as well as the roundworms. Now another sex determining mechanism is XY type. XY type. Now this type of sex determining mechanism occurs in mammals, including man or human, and in most insects, including the very common fruit fly, namely Drosophila. So this mechanism, XY type, it occurs in mammals, including human, including man, and in most insects, including Drosophila. Now in this mechanism, in this sex determining mechanism, XX makes the individual to become female and XY makes the individual male. Unlike in the previous, here both females and males, they have a pair of sex chromosomes in addition to the autosomes. In other words, in this mechanism, both the females and males have even number of chromosomes. Both have same number of chromosomes. Both possess even number of chromosomes. But the difference here is not with regard to the number of the sex chromosomes, but it is with respect to the type of the sex chromosome. That is, females have two identical X chromosomes. Females have a pair of sex chromosomes, and both the sex chromosomes here, they are same. That is, both are X chromosomes. In other words, in this mechanism, females carry homomorphic sex chromosomes. So females have homomorphic sex chromosomes, same type of sex chromosomes, both are XX. Whereas male, it has two dissimilar sex chromosomes. The two sex chromosomes that are present in the male, forming the sex chromosomal pair, and unlike in the female here, the sex chromosomal pair, it has dissimilar chromosomes. So one sex chromosome here is very much like that of the female, hence it is also called X chromosome. And the other sex chromosome along with the X chromosome that forms a pair here, it is not another X chromosome, but it is Y chromosome, a dissimilar chromosome called Y chromosome. So the males have one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. In addition, in other words, the male has also a pair of sex chromosomes, but this pair of sex chromosomes, they are dissimilar sex chromosomes. Hence, the sex chromosomes in the case of male, they are heteromorphic. Heteromorphic means dissimilar sex chromosomes. So here sex chromosomes are similar, and here the sex chromosomes are heteromorphic. Now here also, the female produces uniform gametes. Hence here also the female is homogametic. Now as in the previous, here also females are homogametic, means females will produce uniform gametes. Females will produce same type of gametes, and all will carry only one sex chromosome, that is X chromosome. Whereas the male here produces two different types of gametes. Half of the gametes will have X chromosome, and the remaining half of the gametic population, it has a Y chromosome. So 50% of the sperms produced will have X chromosome, and the remaining 50% of the sperms produced here will have Y chromosome. And hence, here also, the male is heterogametic. So, female is homogametic and male is heterogametic. Now, we shall observe these details with respect to human. Now, in man, the diploid chromosome number is 46. So every human cell, it has 46 chromosomes. Out of these 46 chromosomes, 44 are autosomes and the other two are sex chromosomes. 44 autosomes and 2 sex chromosomes, 2 similar sex chromosomes. This will make the individual to become female. So females have 44 autosomes and 2 X chromosomes, and if there are 2 dissimilar sex chromosomes, 1 X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome, here sex will be male. So females have 2 X chromosomes in addition to 44 autosomes, and here the males will have 1 X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome in addition to the autosomes. Now here, females have 2 X chromosomes, similar chromosomes, so the 2 sex chromosomes present in the female, they are homomorphic, whereas the 2 sex chromosomes in the case of male, they are heteromorphic. That is, in females, they have 2 X chromosomes. Now these are the 2 X chromosomes. So 2 X chromosomes, when present, then the sex will be, this will be female. So female will have 2 similar sex chromosomes, X chromosomes. Whereas the male, now this male, it has 1 sex chromosome similar to the one that is present in the case of female. So this is also X chromosome. But the other sex chromosome that is present in the male, it is not another X chromosome, but it is a Y chromosome. Here the Y chromosome is a small chromosome that is present along with this X chromosome, and this is the Y chromosome that is present in the male. So these are the details of the sex chromosomal pair present in females and males. Now here, always the female will produce uniform type of gametes. Now this female, the human female, has 44 chromosomes and 2 X chromosomes, and during gamete formation, the eggs or the ova produced by the female, will have 22 autosomes and 1 X chromosome. So these are the eggs produced by the human female. All the eggs are uniform, whereas the male will have here 44 autosomes, 1 X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome. So human male. Now this human male will produce two different types of sperms. Two different types of sperms are being produced. One half of the sperms will carry X chromosome. So this is one half of the sperms produced by human male, and the other half will carry the Y chromosome. So these are the sperms. Half of the sperms will carry X chromosome and half of the sperms will carry the Y chromosome. Now the sperms carrying X chromosome, they are called gymnosperms. So what do you mean by gymnosperms? The sperms carrying X chromosome. The sperm carrying Y chromosome, they are called androsperms. So gymnosperms and androsperms, these are the two types of sperms produced by the male. Gymnosperms will carry X chromosome, whereas androsperms will carry the Y chromosome. Now this egg is being fertilized by these two types of gametes. Now when the egg is fertilized by this type of sperm, then the offspring will have 44 autosomes and 2 X chromosome. Now here the sex of the baby that will be born will be female. Now if the egg is fertilized by another type of sperm, that is androsperm, the offspring will have 44 autosomes, 1 X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome. Then the offspring will become male. So this is how the sex of the newborn will be established in human. So in human, the sex of the newborn will be determined as early as the stage of fertilization. At the stage of fertilization itself, the sex of the child that is going to be born will be established. If the egg is fertilized by this type of sperm, then the child that will be born will be female. And if the egg is fertilized by this type of sperm, the child that will be born will be male. So this is how the sex is established in human at the time of fertilization itself. So here, what type of baby that a woman delivers, it doesn't depend on her, but this will depend on the type of the sperm that is going to fertilize the egg. So this is how the sex is established in human, and in human the sex determining mechanism, it is called XXXY type. Now how sex is established in the case of insects, particularly Drosophila, we shall study on the next occasion.